Watch these two bench press techniques and try to notice what is different between the two of them with regards to strength, power transfer, stability, and anything else that lends us to being able to get stronger. The answer is that the second setup allows us to have more of all of that and therefore more strength. Here's the first method that I showed you. It's not wrong. Instead, let's just notice what I'm getting less of with this approach. Starting with less engagement between my body and the bar and the bench, less lat recruitment, less leg drive, and therefore less optimal overall muscle recruitment. The only difference here is that I'm getting higher on my upper traps by wedging myself in between the bar and the bench and really pressing down, thinking about getting the tops of my shoulders pinned down and pulling my hands into the bar to further wedge to then wriggle my shoulder blades underneath me. Then everything else is the same. The only difference is that we've got a much better stable base of support, and therefore all those other things we talked about are also going to be enhanced. So there's two basic approaches that you could start trying. First one would be to start with your feet on the bench and bridge up. Notice that even though I set my feet down after I get my wedge, I don't let my butt lower down. So you still have to unrack the bar before you set your butt down. And then you get set up for your bench. Another option is keeping your feet on the ground throughout and just wedging your shoulders into the bench while your butt's off the bench. So you need to be able to perform that with your feet on the ground. Unrack the bar, still with your butt off the bench, just like the other one, and then settle into your ready position once you get that bar over your chest. I also should note that you don't have to do a back bend to get into that position. That's just what I'm doing right now. Last thing, I want you to look for these things when you're watching your playback. Number one, if your J hooks are set too high and you've done all this work to set yourself up and then you have to shrug to unrack, you're going to lose all that tension. So make sure that they're set at the proper height so you're not losing your shoulder blades under you when you unrack. The second one is harder to see. No matter which setup you choose, sometimes after we unrack and settle our feet, we totally lose that position when we move our feet. So continue keeping tension through the bar so that you do not let your butt drop as you settle those feet in. All right, once more for good measure. You are keeping that tension, wedging, prying yourself into that position before you unrack the bar, and then you're maintaining it by driving your legs to the wall across from you as you set your butt down and get ready for your rep. This setup change plus playing with like the right foot position for your body are going to be really critical for advancing your bench press in the future.